What's not very super for Disney, and that's likely their upcoming
Boom,
Snow
boom,
White
boom.
disaster. The Disney Snow White controversy has gone back long before Rachel Zegler opened her stupid mouth. From the moment she was cast, from the moment they said, we're looking to be more diverse and more progressive and represent all these young brown girls so they can see themselves in a princess. You know, it was going to get very interesting. It already has, well before this movie's been released. And in fact, we might have to wait longer before we see this movie in theaters, because with all these different controversies, from the dwarfs to all the, it was made in 1937 and all of the Rachel Zegler clips, now we're hearing that this movie might be delayed, Jeremy. Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie gets disappointing release update, according to report. In all likelihood, Snow White is going to be delayed. Now, there's a couple reasons for this. One, because they still do need to do some reshoots, which is what we saw leaked from that set. Remember those pickup shots that Disney tried to lie about and say it wasn't really theirs? They still have some reshoots to do on the movie. We obviously have an actors and writers strike going on. But maybe more interestingly, Dune Part 2 just got moved to the week before Disney's Race Swap Snow White disaster is supposed to come out. That might be enough in and of itself to scare them out of that release date, to be honest with you, because this movie is basically dead on arrival half a year before we're even expected to see it.
There's no chance this movie gets canceled, correct?
No, no way.
This movie is setting up to be a colossal headache for them in more ways than one. And again, you look back, what did we ask about Blue Beetle or even Flash? We asked, like, is it better if they just cancel Flash outright? You know what I mean? I think they would have lost less money if they would have canceled Flash, right?
Yes. So if they had made the decision to not release it because of how much they spent marketing the movie and everything, if they would have just shelved it, they probably would have lost less money.
And so I think that's kind of the situation that Disney's in with this, where I think that it's the most realistic scenario for them if they just want to minimize their losses. She's a headache. She's a disaster. It's creating problem after problem after problem. She's gone mega viral. I think the more she talks, the worse it's going to get. And I guess that's the whole point. Is they want to delay it. So maybe they can have the marketing, but why would you want the marketing? Because that means this idiot gets to talk more, which is only going to hurt the movie more.
The problem is they can't do that. They can't cancel it. This is different than The Flash, is different than anything like that, because this is a Latina Snow White. You've gone out and bragged about representation and how important it is. This is the audience you've pandered to. You've wanted these pronoun freaks, these fucking woke lunatics. This is your audience. Imagine what happens if Disney cancels your very diverse Snow White remake, your very woke, progressive, and diverse Snow White remake. They would get fucking annihilated. It is probably worth it to them to fucking take the loss and not have to deal with the backlash from what is now the audience that they've wanted and asked for. It's impossible. They can't cancel it. They'd get destroyed if they did.